In this example, we're gonna find all four second order partial derivatives. fxx, fxy, fyx, fyy. For the first order partial derivative, fx, for the partial with respect to x of the function x e to the 2y, we treat x as the variable, the rest is the constant. That means e to the 2y treated as a constant term. The derivative is just e to the 2y. Then for the first order derivative with respect to y of x e to the 2y, y is treated as a function. We treat x as a constant term to the constant multiple x multiplied by the partial derivative of e to the 2y with respect to y. Use the general power rule, no, use a chain rule, sorry. So this is e to the 2y times the partial y of the 2y, which is e to the 2y times 2. So the first partial derivative with respect to y is x times e to the 2y multiplied by 2, or 2x e to the 2y. So set it aside. And then we're going to start to find the second order partial derivative. Based on the first partial derivative with respect to x, we find the partial with respect to x of fx. So the partial with respect to x of e to the 2y. As you see, this first partial derivative with respect to x has no x term in there. Therefore, it will be treated as a constant. So the derivative with respect to x or y is going to be 0. And then the next one we do with respect to y. Partial with respect to y of e to the 2y. We see y into the term. So that means we're going to use the chain rule to find the derivative with respect to y. So equals e to the power multiplied by the partial derivative with respect to y of 2y. And that becomes e to the 2y times 2, or 2e to the 2y. The next one, we use the first order partial derivative with respect to y, and then find the partial with respect to x to it. This partial with respect to x of 2 times x e to the 2y. We treat x as the variable. The rest gonna be constant. The constant multiple 2, and e to the 2y is treating as a constant. The derivative of the x is 1. Therefore, the partial derivative with respect to y and with respect to x is gonna be 2e to the 2y. And the last one, partial with respect to y and with respect to y, is partial with respect to y of f subscript y, or the partial with respect to y of 2x e to the 2y. We treat y as the function, as a variable, sorry. So 2 and x as a constant multiple. So we find the partial derivative of e to the 2y and repeat the same chain rule. So we have 2 times x times e to the 2y times 2. That gives us 4 times x e to the 2y. Write a note here. So this is the same as partial. This x squared, this one, partial with respect to y with respect to x of the function, partial with respect to x, y, the function, and this one, second order partial